Beyond the sort of framework that it gives me that I've already mentioned, it enables like a beautiful hierarchy that of equality, in that what we've done a lot of work on is like coming to the table and saying, like, here's a client query or a particular issue or something internal, and I don't know how to deal with it. I'm stuck. I need some help, right? And I think that's great. You know, that happens a lot with inexperienced and probably experienced teams and individuals. But thinking environment then gives the opportunity not for that individual to get the feedback or freshest thoughts or greatest insights from the other 5 people in the team who they really, really trust and know got their best interests at heart, but it enables like each of those other 5 to learn from that experience that one person's had. So I'm not very good with mental arithmetic, despite the profession, but like to sort of, you know, times 5 every single thing that we chuck in, if we're sort of, you know, chucking in things and we're able to 5 or 6 times it up, and how many people learn, and you know, it's just like cauldron suddenly of just like learning. So when we talk about experience, or sometimes our fears around lack of, when you're talking about numbers that we're in the profession, you know, if we take all of the planning team analyticals years of experience, there's a lot of people out there who one individual will have more experience than the 6 of us combined. And but what I think is missing from that is that we are 6 individuals who have not only experienced all of that time separately, but we're experiencing all of this time together within a thinking environment. And the amount that you can scale up from that, I think, has been quite remarkable, because and we sort of therefore regularly sort of refer to, Joe and I do, the sort of planning team having, you know, an experience of everyone's kind of time together, and actually that's way more than just like, oh, he's, you know, been only in the job 1 year or whatever. That's kind of irrelevant. It's actually where they're bolting onto everything else we're all learning all the time, always together. And yeah, I think what would have happened without that sort of thinking environment is that if, say, Harry comes with an issue, I don't know what to do about X, but I just said, well, I'll do this, or, you know, well, I've seen this before, and it just becomes kind of very much directed from me. And I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm, you know, I'm learning on the go and making things up as I can see them from what I, you know, feel is best. And I think it removes that. It enables us to get to the best answer. And it's really, really remarkable sometimes how it'll be a query or an issue, and it will go through all 5 of the initial first people in the team, and we're just like, I can't work this out. We're never going to get this right. But you just trust the process. And the amount of times that 6th person just goes, oh yeah, I've got it, and just lays out how we move forward or what it is, and everyone goes, oh, brilliant. Like, so yeah, trusting in the process, I think, is the sort of final part of it that's really helped us to grow, you know, a team full of young and exciting people. Harry?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Alfie. And it sort of just casts my mind back to nearly 5 years ago to the day when I actually took my first ever solo client meeting as a financial planner at a previous firm. And if I was in a position where I was coming up with coming across an issue like that, it very much was a case of asking for help and somebody, you know, imparting wisdom as to what the right thing to do, and I would go and do the right thing. The reality is you don't really learn a great deal from that. I found that the thinking environment actually empowers you to think for yourself. So yes, you are getting the opinion and the wisdom of other people in the room, but actually that's very much in a way of kind of helping you unlock your own thoughts, rather than a kind of, this is what I would do because it's the right thing to do, because actually that might not be the right thing to do. So it's just, like Alfie said, provided a framework to enable really, really high quality thinking. And certainly in the planning team, I look forward to the planning meetings, team meetings so much, because we always come out with something. There's always something. You come away with a sense of achievement, because it's a seemingly insurmountable issue that was causing stress and anxiety is removed. And you know, the way we do it in the thinking environment, I think if we used any other method, I really don't think we could get to the places we get to. You know, having worked in environments very different in the past, it's a testament to what we've got here. I think it's really, really, really special.
Yeah, it's interesting. I often hear, so I talk a lot, I guess, when I'm teaching thinking environment, about the difference between giving advice and offering information. And I see that playing out in the planning team quite a lot. Like, you don't really give each other advice, and which is funny given that you're all basically financial advisors, but you don't, that's not what you're offering. And I'm guessing there's a lot of that goes on with clients as well. It's not so much I really think you should, it's actually, this is what I know, this is the information that I've got, this is the experience that I've got that might be relevant to what you're dealing with at the moment, and now what do you think? And that, as you've just said, Harry, it just keeps everybody thinking well for themselves, as well as collectively. And yeah, the amount that you can all then learn from each other in hearing each other's experiences, you're hearing each other's stories all of the time. The story of that client and how it went, and the story of this client and the situation and how it went. There's a huge amount that can be learned from all of that.
Definitely. Yeah, there's loads of evidence out there about how people don't like to receive advice.
Yeah.
And so this is a great way to resolve that, a gateway to something different that enables you to share what you do know. And it absolutely, as you say, works with clients as well, because people don't like to be told what to do, like to be given information to then make a decision for themselves. And yeah, it's a beautiful way to do that.